Well, today we're continuing a little bit of the soap opera, if you will, that I spoke of yesterday with Jonathan and David and their relationship and what that meant in terms of Jonathan's father, Saul's grip on both the throne and a little bit on his own sanity and reality. And in 1 Samuel chapter 23 and verses 16 to 18, there's another meeting between Jonathan and David in which Jonathan basically tells David, don't be afraid, for the hand of my father Saul shall not find you. You're going to be king over Israel. I'm going to be your right-hand man. Everything's going to be great. Don't worry about it. And they made a covenant. And then in chapter 24, we have an incident in which David spares Saul's life. And if you go on a road trip this day and age, you know one of the things if you're going on a long drive, at some point you're going to have to stop somewhere and use a restroom. Well, in the ancient world, the restroom was often a cave. And so in chapter 24, Saul goes into a cave to relieve himself, and it just so happens to be the cave where David is hiding with his men. And in chapter 24 and verse 11, so you imagine, right? You're in that situation. You're David. Here's the guy who's coming. He's chasing you. He wants to kill you. And he basically walks right into a trap. And Saul's life is in David's hands. He could kill him right now and he could become king. But, sometimes it's hard to love difficult and challenging people. And David's still trying to do the honorable thing. So he doesn't want to kill him, but he also wants to send a message. And so he crawls up and he cuts off a corner of Saul's cloak. And he waits until after he goes out of the cave. And then David rises up and he walks to the mouth of the cave and he calls out to Saul and even calls him, my Lord, the king. And David bows and he prostrates himself. And verse 11 says, see my father, see the corner of your cloak in my hand. For by the fact that I did not kill you, you may know for certain there is no wrong or treason in my hands. I have not sinned against you, though you are hunting me to take my life. And in this amazing scene, you have David basically protesting his innocence and trying to tell Saul, I'm not a threat. I'm not after you. The tough thing is Saul has been rejected by God, and David is going to be the anointed leader. But Saul has a tough time accepting that, as most people in power have trouble when they're going to lose their power or are no longer in power. It can be hard for people to accept that. But take from this story of David the really important lesson of just because you have the opportunity to hurt someone, to harm someone, to get even, to even the stakes, to get revenge, how much better it is to take a path where we don't do that and where we forgive someone and show them grace.